to another Heroes of Might and Magic 5 Duel Mode series video. We are in round 4 here, so please be sure to be all the way caught up. Don't want to spoil anything for you. But in round 4 here, we have all of the heroes facing their own faction heroes, so a little bit of infighting here, civil war going on. But please do not forget to like and subscribe. You guys have been killing it for both of those things, as well as the watch time. You guys have been destroying the watch time on all of these videos, so I really appreciate it. Please keep it going and hit that like and sub button for sure. Uh-oh, sabotaged him. I think that's the first time we've seen that in the series. But if you are returning, hopefully you are all the way caught up. We are in round 4, like I said, and then we will do a follow-up video to end this series just to go over everybody's win-loss ratio, not only as each hero, but also I'm going to be adding up all 3 heroes per faction to see who has the best win-loss ratio per faction as well. So definitely super excited to be finishing up this series. It's been a great one. Almost 100 videos. And we're in the starting stages of round 4. So what I decided to do in round 4 to kind of mix it up a little bit was, instead of going exactly in order, we're going to be doing every first hero from each faction, then every second hero, then every third, just to kind of mix it up so it's not, 3 back-to-back Academy videos like we would have here, or, every other faction, obviously. So, going to be doing one from each just to kind of mix it up, get you guys fired up to finish this series, man. It's been a great one. Appreciate all the likes and subs and the watch time on the series. You could also go down in the description and follow me on Twitch as well. That way you guys could have been here live for the series as well as anything else I play. I've definitely been grinding up this series because I am excited to finish it up. One, because I obviously love Heroes of Might and Magic 5. It's my favorite Heroes game of all time, and definitely one of my favorite games of all time in general as well. But we do have Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era coming out soon, hopefully. So long as they do not push back the release date. It's supposed to be in Q2 here of 2025, so that should obviously be very soon if it's not already out, but we will see what they give as far as release date or if they push it back at all. But I will definitely be playing and streaming that and making videos on that game. Super excited for it. I already do have some videos out on the channel, so go check those out on my channel, some Olden Era faction reveals and whatnot so far, so hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. But I am very excited to finish up this series and see who is obviously we started this to figure out who's the best hero in duel mode, as well as who has the best faction. So very excited to figure that out, as well as get on to Olden Era, which will hopefully come out here soon. Interesting attack choice from the Rakasha there. These gremlins can still repair their golems. The other one sabotaged the other one, which I'm actually not really sure what that did. I never used the saboteur gremlin, sorry. I never used the saboteur gremlin because I just, I don't feel like it's very useful. I mean, I'm definitely not Academy main by any means. They're on the lower end of the towns I use for sure. I do enjoy a lot of their creatures, but not enough to play them often at all. But even so, I just feel like the gremlin over here on the left that has the repair is just so much better because it's always great utility for a tier 1 that does like decent range damage and has utility to be able to heal the golems up is so nice compared to sabotaging, what a ballista may be or something, like it's just not that big of a deal to me. I'd much rather be able to, have Razak work so well just because he's obviously the golem hero. So you have this golem hero that, your golems are strong because of that, but then you go and have gremlins behind that. Your golems get low, gremlins just heal them back up and keep them in the fight, destroying people. So it's definitely a nice combo for them. No retaliation. Okay. I don't know, this one's going to be close because we do see that Yora almost always does resurrection spells. Just raises the dead the whole time. So we'll see what happens. First aid tent gone, some damage to the Titan. The Titan obviously is still at full, so that's good for them. But we'll see what these heroes can do. I think it's definitely going to be up to. Sometimes the AI does not repair the golems, which I will never understand or agree with, and there starts the resurrections. But those 6 Titans is going to be a nice strong choice. Retaliate at that time. Yeah, those golems are definitely going to fall. So I think if these gremlins will repair those golems, keep them over there in the fight, then they obviously have a much better chance. But they could also wait, because obviously they're going to get, eventually going to get pushed, and one of those units is going to be in front of them, so that might be a better time to repair. But those mages are low-key just shredding everybody. 7 gone. Okay, Yora probably gonna do more Rakashas. Nope. 8 Jins instead. This one is close though, so Razak has yet to ever have a positive win-loss ratio, and neither has Yora, so it's definitely a fighting of two of the pretty much tied for the worst Academy hero. So actually these fights really matter for them, because it's 2 and 5, 2 and 5, and 1 and 6, and then 2 and 5, and 1 and 6, 1 and 6. So these fights definitely matter for some heroes more than others as far as where they're placed. So we will see how it turns out. I think it'll also always also depend on the gremlins' shots, because they did have an ammo cart, but now it's destroyed, so I'm sure probably if they run out of shots, then they will decide to repair the golems, get them back in the fight, which I think would be a smart play. But I do think they obviously need to do it on the earlier side when they have more units in their stack than they do now. But we'll see. But these videos have definitely been a whole lot faster, obviously just because there was only 2 fights instead of 7. But it's interesting to see, because some of it really changes. Like I was saying in our last video with Orson, it's interesting to just kind of see the same towns fighting each other a little bit. A little bit of a mix-up is nice, just because obviously, somebody like Necropolis with a vampire, they can't heal off of other Necropolis units because they're all dead. So it's interesting to see a little bit of change in that regard. You know, because other than other Necropolis people, vampires can gain lives off literally everybody except two of the Academy creatures, the Gargoyle and the Golem. So it's just interesting to see kind of some of the changes there. But I do think Razak is going to fall here. I think all of yours reviving is definitely causing a problem, as well as the gremlins not repairing anybody quite yet, if at all. We will see. Because now only down to 2 Titans, they're just not going to be able to take all those guys out. Even with the gremlins back there, it's not enough. Especially with the constant rezzing from her. But we'll see. I mean, maybe Razak will go into some Raising of the Dead. Gremlins still shooting their shots. Yep, here come them. Maybe dead. Nope. Close though. That Titan is close. I think if Yora just shoots him, well, most of the time if a hero just go ahead and shoots him, you're almost always guaranteed a tier 7 kill. Not every time, but quite often you're gonna kill one tier 7 with a hero, just normal basic attack. But not always. But it is over. It looks like Razak is actually our first person to lose a fight here in round 4 as the, red player. So that is interesting to see. But like I said, with some of these, it definitely matters, these wins and losses. I mean, obviously they all matter, but some of them matter a little bit more than others as far as one, where they're placed with all of the heroes in the entire series, but also where they are placed, in their own faction. If they're first, second, or third, because some of them are really close, like this one. Like Razak and Yor are super close, and Glib is the only one that's had a positive win-loss, and he's had that every single round, stayed consistent, going 4-3 every round. So, I mean, he's pretty much guaranteed to be the best Academy hero. So, who's going to be second and third definitely depends on these fights. And Razak loses, so we'll see if he loses to Golib. Because otherwise there's going to be a lot of random changing going on. But that's also why I did this series. One, it's nice just to sit back and watch and relax and talk it up with you guys, whether live or on the comments section. But at the same time, it's interesting because everybody talks so highly of certain towns or certain creatures, and you just watch this series, any video, and you just see that some creatures are definitely not who they're caked up to be, and other creatures are super underrated and just slept on, even still after all of these years. Like for me, there's definitely, and don't get me wrong, the dual mode series is very different than, a full-blown, like, multiplayer game running around the map and, doing all that stuff. Because obviously these are presets and the fights are very fast and the stacks are not very large either. So, it is very different, but at the same time, it's still a good way to see these units fighting and what they're doing, and see, okay, you know, like for me, something that I've seen that I'll admit, I've always loved centaurs. Like I've always thought they were very good units, and I've always really enjoyed them just as a mythological creature as well in general. But honestly, after watching this series, I realized truly how bad they are. They're definitely not as good as I thought they were. They're definitely not very good at all, unfortunately. Because even with Haggish, the Centaur hero, it's still just they struggle to compete compared to a lot of other tier 2s. So it's stuff like that that you know you see that you're just like, yeah, this unit that I love, and don't get me wrong, I still love centaurs. I'm still, you know, enjoy playing Stronghold for sure. It's definitely one of my favorite towns, and I still will love centaurs being on my team. But um, you know, they're not in such high regard as they once were for me, which is okay. You know, watching this series has definitely opened me up to some other units or versions of units that I used to stay away from or just not really enjoy as much. So it's interesting to see some of the other unit upgrades fight and how they play, as well as just AI choices in general and what they do. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of any creature that's been. I mean, I'm a Necropolis guy, and I've definitely always slept on the Skeleton Warriors, the alternate upgrade, just because I've always enjoyed backline units, you know, archers and ranged units and stuff like that, more than everybody else. I just like being able to essentially take care of the enemy team before they ever even get to you. So somebody like Sylvan is super nice, just because I feel like they probably have the best balanced team as far as like, you know, you obviously have great ranged units in the back, but then you have very nice like frontline units with Trents also entangling them to stop them from getting to the backline units. Unicorns are solid. Blade Dancers at least do high damage and can hit multiple targets if you choose that upgrade. And then of course the dragons, but you know, with Necropolis I would always choose the Skeleton Archers just because I wanted another backline unit. Because if you don't choose the Skeleton Archers, then your only guaranteed backline unit is the Leech. Um, which, don't get me wrong, Leeches are okay, but they're not like amazing. Um, so for me, I would always choose the Skeleton Archers just so I could have more than one backline unit. But man, if I would have been choosing Skeleton Warriors, they're so strong. Like for a tier 1 having all that utility, like 1 being undead naturally is just nice for any Necropolis hero. Okay, tier 1 and having as many Necropolis creatures as you do just from all the necromancy and stuff, so that's nice as well. So you're going to have big stacks of most, at least low tier Necropolis units, especially skeletons. Um, but the fact that you can hit the bash with them to where it stops them from retaliating, very nice repair. Or you can large shield your friendly creature next to you, that's a possibility. And what else? Damn, big hit. Good movement. Like they're a solid tier 1 that I definitely slept on for the longest time. So stuff like that is just stuff that I've seen, you know, even all these years later, just watching this series, that you're just like, damn, like, and some things, like some interactions and some like abilities and stuff, you don't realize, or at least I don't always remember if they work on, you know, certain units or with certain things, or how things stack, or, you know, stuff like that. With years, even though I play this relatively consistently, especially lately doing this series, but you know, it's definitely because it's older, it's on and off again, how often I play. But you know, you see things that you don't normally see in this dual mode series, just because, you know, you're seeing alternate upgrades of units, or even both units upgraded on each team. So it's just, it's very different. And I have definitely enjoyed it. And this is still pretty close. Wow, I'm surprised those gargoyles reached them, I'm not gonna lie. Damn. Yeah, they got more titans, they got more mages, but they got gremlins and a ballista with 3 gargoyles. Can this titan hit him? Okay, he is. For 1, he probably takes 1 as well. Yeah. Alright, what's the ballista got? Just some damage on the mage for 1. Okay. It is a close fight. Let's see. Fireball for 1 titan. Okay, probably another 1. Yep. Okay, no 1 back. What do you got, Razak? I think there's still 1 gremlin repair, honestly, which might be worth it. Titan's dead. Razak might go 0-2 in round 4 here. So Razak was our first hero in round 4 to take a loss to his faction teammates. So he might be the first hero to take a loss, but also go 0-2 in round 4 here. We'll see. It's looking that way. Oh yeah, with that res, it's fucking over. It's over. If they have any mana left, just like one good fireball from this stack of mages right here will fuck up those gremlins. Yep. Halved them. Halved both of them. But I will admit that some of these heroes, they are just not really built for a dual mode. Some of them are definitely much more built for dual mode than others. They just have better teams, heroes, spells, and all that stuff. Other ones, not so much. Not as much, anyway. Let me plug my headset in. Started beeping at me. But yep, I do not think that Razak is gonna win this. Those gremlins are getting shredded. Nice stone spikes. But I am very much ready to finish up this series, and also for Olden Era to come out. Very excited for Olden Era to come out, and for us to be able to stream it, make some YouTube videos on it, play it. Definitely going to be playing a shit ton of it, just in general, but also, I mean, having so many different game modes on it is crazy. But Razak goes 0-2, the first hero to lose in round 4, let alone go 0-2 in it. So appreciate you guys being here. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one for the rest of round 4, and then that follow-up video in the end to finish it off. So thank you guys for being here.